Hi, it's Coach Deb. Welcome to Diva Dialogue. I'm your host today, and we're expecting some special guests. I forgot to pause there. We're expecting some special guests, so we're going to talk a little bit about them before they call in, and hope that they remembered. Okay, so I don't know how many of you know about essential oils, and especially the brand Young Living. So many of my friends are involved in it, and everybody that I know really recently uses Young Living essential oils, and they're just wonderful. And hi, Stace. So the ULA guys are part of Young Living. They make their 7 oils specifically for Young Living. And I don't want to tell you all of them because I'm going to ask them questions when they call in. However, if they don't call in, then we're going to have a little discussion about them. So we have all our bases covered today. They're going to be in Frankenmuth this Saturday, and we're all so excited about that. And there's tickets still available. So if after you hear this, or even now, if you want to get tickets, you should get in, go to the website, Young Living website, and get them. So years ago, when I was going through some inner turmoil, I came across this gentleman walking around his pool, giving little bits of wisdom that really helped pull me out of my funk. And he would talk just, not like for hours, maybe 15 minutes. And one time it'd be around his pool, another time it'd be somewhere else. And they wrote a book together. Little did I know that was the ULA guys. They're both doctors of chiropractic who wanted to make a difference in the world with just a word. And that word is ULA. And I'm hoping that they're not trying to Skype in because I don't have Skype open. I just have the phone lines open, but I'm going to Skype, just open that just in case. I had a confirmation from the lady that they were calling in, but let's just make sure. So, anyway, it's been a lot of synchronicities that led up until today, including one with the woman whose idea it was for me to get in touch with them. I just never thought of it. And she's here in the studio today, too. Her name is Terry. And so if we don't have them call in, we will still do an ULA show with or without the ULA guys. But my point is, a lot of synchronicities led up to me being involved in Young Living, as well as having the ULA guys here, or possibly not here, but going to see them for sure on Saturday. And that's how we all should live our lives, is being aware of all of those little messages that the universe sends us. And that's part of ULA too, is being aware. So this is another part of it. So I took this 21-day ULA challenge that they have on their website. You can find it on their website. And again, if they don't call in, we're going to talk about that challenge. And guess when the last day was? Today. Another synchronistic event. And I love when that happens so very much. So you can find them on their website at ULA Life. I think it's ULA Life. And we'll talk about that more. If they don't call in, I'll give you exactly what that website is. So I'm kind of lost because they're not calling in. So we'll talk about the 21-day challenge. What? They were supposed to call us. Hold on a second. What? I don't have a number for them. No. No. Just email. We've just been emailing, but her last email was that they would be calling in at noon today. Noon Eastern. Right. So we are going to just talk without them for now, and if they call in, we will add them to the conversation. So I think first we'll talk to Terry. Have you been in Young Living the longest?
7 years.
Okay, you want to pull your microphone down? So Terry was here one day, and we were talking about this event coming up Saturday, and she's been in the Young Living organization for
7 years. In August, it'll be 7 years.
and 7 years is a long time.
We have somebody who's been here longer.
How long?
17 years.
Would you like to step up to the microphone?
And Young Living is going to be 25 years old next year. They'll be celebrating their silver anniversary.
Ooh, that's going to be a fun event, isn't it? And
Marty is.
This is Marty. And how long have you been involved in Young Living?
17 years. I joined in 2001.
Isn't that something? So now we're going to talk a little bit about how that has changed your life. Do you want to go first, or should we have Terry go first?
Well, I can tell you, I'll go first, that I was a homeschooling mom and a homemaker until my children were born. And then I went into an alternative health profession because I like helping people feel better. And during that profession time is when I was introduced to Young Living. And truly, it changed the shape of my profession. I included that in what I was doing and also in my personal life. But if it hadn't been for Young Living, I wouldn't be living in Michigan today, because Young Living gave me the ability to quit my practice and move across the country knowing that I would still have an income sharing what I loved so much. And so that's how it has changed it. But I've watched many things happen and many, many people be blessed, including my family and myself.
Excellent. I love that. So it's me.
You think they're
It's not them.
Okay.
So how can you give us one specific example of it brought you to Michigan, allowed you to change your practice into what you're doing now, and why do you love doing what you're doing now as opposed to what you were doing then?
I liked what I was doing then very well because, like I said, I was helping people and I was also being able to bless them with the oils. But what I'm doing now is that I get to incorporate my grandchildren into my life. I moved to Michigan following my grandchildren. And if I hadn't have had Young Living, I would have needed to stay with my base. I couldn't just pick up and leave without a little bit more capital. But knowing that I had Young Living and had the freedom to be able to continue it wherever I moved, anywhere in the country, gave me that ability to just get rid of half my stuff, and my husband and I moved across the country.
Shoo, I thought you were going to include him in getting rid of half your stuff.
No.
Very good. See, that's really a good story because, and again, it's synchronicity. It was meant to be. I love that. What about you, Terry?
Well, something that's synchronicity about, I don't know how to say that, is in Bay City is when I discovered Young Living.
Ah.
And I'm not from Bay City, and I'm not living in Bay City right now.
Isn't that funny?
It is funny, and I thought it was fluff. I really did. And I'm not a lover of lavender, but we have an amazing lavender, like the finest in the world, and it does so much. I have great respect for it, and I do love it. But that's what people were talking about in terms of the oils. And I'm like, well, that's nice that you love lavender, but I didn't really have anything about it. But somehow, if I was in a health food store, I would be thinking, oh, essential oils are good for you, so I'll take this. And then I wouldn't notice anything. And I did that with vitamins. I did it with minerals. I literally had like 3 shelves of things that I bought that I would take for a while, didn't notice a difference, and then would stop. But when you put that much money, you don't throw them out.
Right.
And when I was introduced to whole food and just a whole way of nutrients, when I was just diagnosed with high blood pressure, my doctor was ready to write me a script, but I said, let me see what other people are doing naturally. And I never went on it, and my blood pressure is great. But I had all these samples that of oils, and because there was such a tremendous passion from other people, I thought, well, they don't take up a lot of room, and I was moving. I just put them in a like-minded box. But mindlessly, and I do believe a lot of people end up in Young Living from divine intervention. So mindlessly, I don't know what it was. I was packing up. I was very overwhelmed, and I wasn't in the best mood. And when you're before moving, it's not going to be fun. It's like the least fun thing. And I kind of said to myself, suck it up. It's going to be 3 days, and just do it.
3 days of hell.
3 days of whatever, put your big girl panties on and get going. And I opened this box, and I put all these oils on the bottom of my feet. Little did I know that that's one of the best places to put them. But I didn't want to smell them. I just didn't know what they did. And I don't know why I put them on the bottom of my feet, other than my cousin told me that her daughter had respiratory issues and didn't like Vicks, so she would put it on the bottom of her feet. So I thought, well, I don't like these oils, but I seriously don't think I was thinking that much. But, and then I just started packing, and about a half hour later, I felt amazing. For no reason at all. And that's when I said, these did something. I didn't do it. I didn't will it. It was no placebo. I didn't expect it. It really did something. And for it to change a mood, I'm like, I couldn't even manufacture it. Like, I really tried to feel that frustration and I couldn't. It was gone. It was just diminished.
Wow, that's a really good story. I love
was
that.
So powerful. And then what I did is that I went to a person that I knew took it seriously and that it wasn't like a hobby. Because after the market crash, my world crashed horribly. And I didn't know what I'd do. I had a skill that really was obsolete. And so I had to reinvent myself. And what I did about the business, because I didn't think I wanted network marketing at all, but what I knew was that in network marketing, because I had a really good client that made a lot of money, and he kind of told me about the mindset. And I knew that if you did things right, you could get a lot of freedom. And I thought, well, this is my second chapter. And so I went to the person. I said, I want to know about the business, but I'm not going to fluff it up. If it is a business, it will prove itself. So I went in increments, and you know what? I'm super, super happy with it. It's been a lifestyle that gives me tremendous freedom. And what Young Living promises is wellness, purpose, and abundance for anybody that is a product of the product and the product of the process. So I am a product of the product, but I also had to learn the product of the process, fall in love with that, and I have wellness. I'm healthier now at 62 than I was when I started, 7 years ago, and I have more. My outlook on the future is so exciting, more than ever. Like I used to I was always goal-oriented and would achieve some goals, but it was always pretty much out of fear. And now it's out of the difference that I can make, not only for myself because I feel so much more fulfilled, but the fact that the world needs this. We need to feel better, and I know that every human being wants that. So I'm driven for that, but I have tremendous freedom, and it's pretty nice.
Very good. So it has really impacted your life in a positive
in every way,
too.
mind, body, and spirit, in every single way.
So talk a little bit about the day so that was all synchronistic stuff that led you to
It was.
it was
and the fact that we're here in Bay City,
right
and this
where
is
you started